My message is to spread the love. Simple, spread the love. And let us work together to reignite a nation for greatness.
I love it.
My message to Jamaica and the world out there is to be united and be professional at what you're doing, and matter not what you do, you won't always find everyone to love you. Do the best and move along and help those you can along the way, and positive is the best way. Help another reason.
So Minister, I want to start with you. You're from West Kingston, and you went from West Kingston, you started to do reggae music and producing albums and such and such. Now you're producing world-class performances. You are the culture queen, we would say, one of the hardest working ministers. How do you keep on going like this? What keeps you going?
Well, maybe it's a gift. It's probably a gift that I do this naturally. I was born and raised with music all around me. I was born and raised with love. The days that I grew up in West Kingston was the days when everybody lived each other's lives and everybody cared about each other. And I grew up with churches around me. I grew up with Rasta around me, revival, Pentecostal, everything. And I just grew up with that spirit of wanting to do things and always being creative in my mind. And so the things that I do come naturally.
Now you came up with this idea. A group of the Reggae Month committee came up with the idea of having Sizzla with a 35-piece orchestra. That couldn't have been an easy task to put together. But when you did put it together, it has produced something that Jamaica has nothing but to duplicate from now on, because it was so well done. How do you feel now that it is over?
Gratified. It was hard work, but it was also easy, because everybody that was involved was committed and talented. The chairman of the Reggae Month committee, Lenny Salmon, working along with a team, they have been really doing almost the impossible for this month. But they have been able to put together all these events. And because we have to balance the pandemic restrictions between virtual and live, we have had to be very creative and imaginative in what we do. And so, as we celebrate our 60th anniversary, Reggae Month this year had to be special. And so one of the special things was a 35-piece orchestra with Sizzla. And I keep saying his voice is like an additional instrument within the orchestra. And so he enhanced all those instrumentation and they enhance his voice. And he has a catalogue that is just tremendous. And so it wasn't difficult to choose the songs that would make up this presentation, and truly rise to the occasion. Sizzla rose to the occasion, and everybody who played rose to the occasion, and everybody who participated in organizing it rose to the occasion. It was really a tremendous
It was a great undertaking. Now, Sizzla, your performance was electric. It was everything that a positive adjective could come up with, right? How do you come down from such a wonderful performance?
It's a very high level, known to the fact I'm on the stage with Mr. Dean Fraser up until now. Mr. Dean Fraser was one of the first person that took me to Mr. Philip Fatis Burrell. Normally we would be at 2B Grove Road every day after school, singing, chanting, and it's just like that. Until we get tired, then we leave. Well, in a situation like this, it's just the protocol, all protocol being observed based upon the COVID-19 protocol. I would go on and on, you know, if you can recall, I even had asked Mr. Fraser if it's time for me to leave the stage because I just can't get off the stage in this frenzy of a vibe, you know what I mean, being optimistic about the whole happenings. This is the time and the place where we can represent ourselves best as reggae music artists and musicians with the Minister of Culture working. We might not know the memorandum of understanding based on documents, but it's still an office of the government of Jamaica for the state of the people of Jamaica. So I thought it very well to just be a part of such show, to come and just give it the best of my performance, because I've been performing all over the world. I've performed for other persons with different ethnic groups, so I don't see why I should not perform in the national arena for my nation, my people, on a month being fused as reggae Black History Month. It's very important and of significant deed to me, and I like it. I couldn't get off the stage just like that. Mr. Fraser was to call me off the stage.
Yeah, I love it. So now you have done so many albums. You have over 40 albums. But what I always notice is that you do serious research in the lyrics that you put out.
Certainly.
What is the message for Jamaica 60 that you would like everyone to hear Sizzla Kalonji making?
The message is always the roots and the culture, and the message is always about yourself. And the best thing you can do for the people is to show the people their God. And Israel King is Israel God. And we black people, we are Hebrew Israelite people. Hence we have this culture going until then. That is why you see people can just come up with the idea of doing anything, and it's really appreciated by the people not having anything to do with it, but it's just properly being presented to the people, and they'll accept, because this is who we are. We're thinking tanks. We should put things in place for our children and for our nation. So having ideas like these, I'm very much happy and will never change.
I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You too.
I just want to add that everything was conducted in a very professional way. And that is a good message that we are sending. Because people think, when you think of reggae music and you think of artists and you think of Rasta, and you know, they think maybe there is some kind of unruly behavior. Everything was professionally done. And we also observed the COVID protocol to ensure that we were not in breach. And so we had a small audience, and the audience responded in a tremendous way. We had Sizzla's bikers coming from Judgment Yard, riding to the indoor center, and that was captured also on camera. And so what you're going to find is that it's sort of a whole production from Judgment Yard to the indoor center, to the stage, and to the end, where Sizzla got a standing, Sizzla and the orchestra got a standing ovation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much.
Blessings.
Good.
Blessings,
I think that
respect.
Thank you for checking us out on Good News Jamaica TV for content that informs, inspires, and transforms. Please like, share, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more positive Jamaica content. Walk good.